This is Renegade Products Metal Polishing Restoration Kit. I'm Peter Williams with Almost Chrome, and I've been in the business for over 20 years. Here's what we got in the kit. Let's take a look. This is the blue buff and blend disc. It's a medium abrasive disc. You want to run at 2600 RPM. You want to use this if you've got heavy oxidation, pitting, or heavy scarring on your aluminum wheels. After that, we're going to go on to the satin buff. With the satin buff, you want to use these centering plates, safety flanges that come in the kit. It's important to use these. You get extra stability out of the buff, plus you get extra safety from keeping the clinch ring nice and tight. Put one on the bottom, one on the top, lock it down on your buffer, you're ready to go. This you can run at about 3,000 to 3,500 RPM with no problem. After that, one of the biggest questions we get is when do you start polishing the holes? Okay? We've used the satin buff on our wheel. Now we're going to go after the holes. So we've got this mushroom scuff. This we're going to put on our drill and we're going to run inside the hole. This is going to get rid of all the brake dust, heavy oxidation on the holes, and it's going to leave a nice smooth finish. Okay? After that, move on to your 400 grit sandpaper. Okay? This is going to level out all of your satin finishing and give you a nice surface before you start cutting. So we've got our buff and blend done, we've got our satin buff done, we've got our holes scuffed, and we've got our sandpaper done. Now we're going to take our safety flanges, plate them up with our orange buff. One of the things about a buff, you want to look for this arrow. When you see this arrow, plate the buff upwards. That's going to keep the buff from opening up. Once all that's done, now we're going to move on to our orange buff and our Triple E compound bar. It's a good idea to rake your buff out before you apply your compound. You can pick up a buffing rake at renegadeproductsusa.com. Now that you've got your cut done, we're going to go back to the hole with this white mushroom buff. This, with a little bit of our Show Shine metal polish on your drill in the hole, is going to really shine up those holes real nice. You always want to do that between your cut and your color. So that way you're not going back over it once you're done with the wheel. Now that your hole is done, your wheel is done, it's time to color it up and give it that nice final touch. We're going to use a yellow buff. We're going to use the G16 green compound. This is going to add a nice level of shine. Once that's done, it's time to protect it. Show Shine metal polish, shake it up real good, throw some on your wax pad, wipe it in, let it sit there and haze over. 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Take your towel, wipe it off. You're done. That's Renegade Products Metal Polishing Restoration Kit.